Welcome back to Beckley. Boys High School Soccer State Tournament action here on the Clash AAA side on Video Productions. Coming up, the second of our two semifinals today. It'll be the Hurricane Redskins, the number 2 seed in this tournament, taking on the number 3 Spring Mills Cardinals. Spring Mills, a bit of an upstart school in that it just hasn't existed for very long, but they quickly have established some soccer history. Very good players, played in the state championship game, fell to Greenbrier East last year. Hurricane trying to get their second championship, trying to get to the championship game just for the second time in program history. Only time they've been, 2017, Redskins came up with a win against University. Two really good teams hoping to get a crack at George Washington on the final. My name's Tom Bragg. I'm here, as always, with my trusty color commentary partner for these games, Chris Kessel. Chris, you've seen Hurricane play this year. You haven't seen Spring Mills. It's hard to balance that at this point, but tell me what you know about this Hurricane team, because George Washington gets a lot of hype, and with good reason. But what doesn't get a lot of hype is this Hurricane team beat George Washington this year. They beat them in a shootout. They won the MSAC title. When there's been a trophy on the line, Hurricane won that game. Tell me a little bit about them.
Hurricane, great on the ball. You know, they play a very similar style to George Washington. They like to keep the ball on the ground. They like to possess it. And Hurricane has a lot of team speed on the outside. They get up and down the wings. They play really, really pretty soccer. And, you know, what we do know about Spring Mills, like we said, we haven't actually had a chance to see them play this season, is they have some very high-quality players, including Isaiah Briggs, who...
He's probably leading that bunch. He's a name that jumps out at you.
Right. I mean, he was called in for the U.S. Youth National Team, U17 team, you know, last January. And, you know, I think when you're one of the top 25 players in your age group in the entire country, you know, that's saying something.
Yeah, you can play a little bit.
You can play a little bit. You know,
and he's not the only one, though. They've got, you know, Briggs was the big goal scorer for him this year. Isaiah Briggs, 19 goals, 11 assists. Sidney Crockett, though, maybe not quite as heralded. 9 goals, 6 assists. Senior captain on this team. He's been through a lot with this program. Interested to see how they cope with that team speed from Hurricane, but also interested to see how Hurricane copes with some of this individual talent that Spring Mills has on their team.
You know, and Spring Mills also is very, very solid defensively. They played 16 games this season, and they had 12 shutouts. So
pretty good.
That's a pretty good rate of return for your defenders and your goalkeeper. You know, obviously they're very strong in the back. And, you know, I think that we're going to see a good tactical matchup today. We're going to see two coaches try to come out and do something that gives their team an advantage against a very high-quality opponent.
Hurricane, the number 2 seed in this Clash AAA boys tournament. Redskins 18-1-2 so far this season. They are the MSAC, the Mountain State Athletic Conference, and the Clash AAA Region 4 champions. Taking on number 3 Spring Mills, unbeaten, 13 wins, 0 losses, 3 draws on the season. So no losses on the record yet for Spring Mills. Hurricane hoping to put a 1 on that line when we get going here tonight. We've talked a little bit about the big players for Spring Mills with Briggs and Crockett and Jace Bennett. The goalkeeper has had 12 shutouts. On Hurricane's side, Jack Willis leading the way, 19 goals and 7 assists. Several other players here in behind him. Jackson Abiwa, 12 goals, 3 assists. Landon Stone Street has scored 6 goals, 15 assists, though. If you're looking for somebody making those plays out of midfield, putting balls on dimes for people, that's the name to maybe keep an eye on, Landon Stone Street. Trayson Ambrose also 12 goals, 2 assists. So no shortage of firepower for this Hurricane Redskins team. And as you mentioned, Chris, a lot of team speed out there. So the teams huddle just outside of the center circle. The ball is placed. We'll be playing soccer here before too long. Last of our 4 games here on the Clash AAA side. Of course, we had both of the girls' games this morning with Morgantown and Parkersburg South advancing to set up a rematch of last year's state championship game, which the Mohegans won. George Washington boys defeated Morgantown in our earlier Clash AAA semifinal. Over in AA, it'll be a rematch from last year on the boys' side. Charleston Catholic take on Point Pleasant. On the girls' side, Charleston Catholic has already punched its ticket to, I believe, its 10th consecutive Class AAA Girls State Championship game. Just
unbelievable.
An unbelievable run by the Irish and Amy Mullen and all the kids down from Virginia Street in Charleston. We are underway here. Hurricane going left to right. Wearing all red, red tops, red bottoms, red socks. White numbers and lettering. Spring Mills, meanwhile, right to left. Cardinals are in all white, white tops, white shorts, white socks, red numbering. If you're wondering about the temperature here,
it's chilly.
It's pretty chilly. I think you can tell from all the players in long sleeves and gloves right now that this air has a little bit of bite to it. It's been a cold day in Beckley. Warmed up a little bit in the afternoon when the sun came out, but now that sun has dipped back down over the hills and it is full-on nighttime in Raleigh County, it's cold.
Goal kick for the Cardinal.
Goal kick for Spring Mills here. It's the big goalkeeper, Jace Bennett, the senior. 12 shutouts in their 16 games this year. He plays it up, ball controlled, or rather tried to control it for Hurricane. So it bounces around. Spring Mills will put a foot in it deep into Hurricane's side of the field, and we're just playing boom ball back and forth right now. Number 10, Peyton Gum, trying to play the ball deep in for 33, Trayson Ambrose. Ball put into the middle, looking for John Park. Unable to find him there, though. Hurricane back on the front foot, trying to get going. But nice sliding tackle there by number 15 from Spring Mills. That's Christian Park. Stopping that attack. Ball out of bounds now. It'll be a throw-in on the far sideline for Spring Mills. Good crowd here from both schools. Spring Mills cheering sections got their signs out, their poster, Let's Go Cardinals. Hurricane section, perhaps a little less boisterous, but a little more packed over there. Packed in tight, too. Looks like they're huddling together for warmth.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more than one blanket being used right
blankets, hot hands. If they got an extension cord over there, I bet there's a space heater tucked away somewhere. Hurricane looking to get forward on that far side. Dispossess those. Spring Mills play it over the top. Nice ball across the field. Another nice ball played in. I believe that was Rylan Hawkinsmith. Played that ball in. Nobody home on the other end of it, though. Here comes Hurricane up the middle, trying to play the long ball through. Looking to get on the foot of Jackson Willis, unable to get there, though. Jack Willis, the leading scorer for this Hurricane team, 19 goals this season. Big shot from the outside, no trouble for Bennett at the back. Hurricane throwing a few jabs here early, just testing out that goalkeeper from distance. No problem so far for the big man from Spring Mills. Not just a nicety. Jace Miller is a big dude. He's one of the biggest goalies we've seen down here this week.
We don't have his height listed, but he looks every bit of 6'5".
Spring Mills goes over the top, trying to find Briggs. Briggs brings it down over on the right side. Overlapping run from his brother, not quite able to get there. Here comes Briggs into the box. Cuts back. He's going to try to turn. Nice defense from the Redskins, though. That was number 10, Peyton Gum, getting a foot in there. Shutting down that attack, and Hurricane trying to go the other way with some pace. Defender gets in the way. Here comes the ref. Yeah, that's a foul. Whistle blown. It'll be a kick for Hurricane. Say 20 yards inside the midfield line, give or take.
You see it all the time from this spot right here. It's like lofted ball at the back post.
We saw it in the first game. It's how Morgantown got on the board earlier. From not a dissimilar spot on the closer side of the field.
Yeah.
At the same goal, just played that long ball in. It just takes 1 or 2 seconds of poor defending. You let somebody get ahead to it, you can get behind. It's what happened to GW. Spring Mills trying not to let it happen to them here. As the kick comes in, falls to the feet of a Hurricane player, but quickly cleared out. Hurricane appealing for a handball, but those appeals fall on deaf ears, and the game moves on. Hurricanes still on the attack, though. So there's Crockett trying to turn in space. Nice step from the defense to erase that pass. It was John Landsberger, one of the two central defenders in the back on this four-man line. Hurricane tries to bring it down into the corner unsuccessfully. Spring Mills back with possession. They're just going to, it looked like they were going to boot it deep. Now we're going to try to play out of the back. And they lose the ball doing it. Hurricane back on offense. Ball goes to the middle. That's number 10, Gum.
Whose shoe flies off during the shot.
Number 10, Peyton Gum with that shot for the Redskins. Jace Bennett with the save for the Cardinals.
Spring Mills trying to work fast on the counterattack here. Hurricane midfield and defense having a good game so far. Anytime any of those big players from Spring Mills has gotten the ball in even a slightly dangerous place, you see 2-3 red shirts on them quick, not giving them much room to work right now.
Absolutely. Hurricanes coming out, using their athleticism to close people down really quickly in the midfield, and, the Spring Mills defenders down to try to win the ball back high up the field and create dangerous opportunities here early in the game.
Very tough to do for an entire game, but early here, so far, so good for Spring Mills. Score is 0-0 so far. Not quite 6 minutes gone by in the first half of this Class AAA Boys High School Soccer State Semifinal match. Brief pause in the action here. Hurricanes player puts a shoe back on. I think the delay there is he had to take his gloves off and put them back on, talking about how cold it is. Couldn't get those fingers working to tie his shoes with the gloves on. We're back, though. Isaiah Briggs on the ball, looking down the far sideline for Zeke Briggs. He cuts it back. He's in the middle. This is a dangerous spot. Hurricane gets a foot in, though, pokes that one away. And more of what we were just talking about. Anytime Spring Mills has seemed to get a ball with even a glimmer of hope of being able to push it forward, doing something on the attack, Hurricane there to put a foot in. Spring Mills still with the ball here, though. The Hurricane players appear to have suffered a terrible accident at the peroxide factory, or they have dyed their hair in solidarity for this week.
I had just noticed that as well. There is quite a few bleach blonde hairs out there right now.
Well, it's the state tournament, baby. This is the time to do it. You want to build some team bonding, some unity? Let's burn all the color out of our hair. Throw in for Spring Mills on the far sideline. Quick throw into Zeke Briggs. Ball played up over the top, looking for Isaiah Briggs. He brings it down, gets a foot on it, plays it into the 6-yard box, not able to get to its destination, though. Nice play by Briggs to run that down, and really it's hard to state just how difficult it is at speed to do what he just did. He, on a run, pulled that ball down, kept it in bounds, and made a good pass.
Yeah.
All boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
Hard to do.
And it was towards a teammate that he had picked out during the run with somebody right on him. I mean, it was magnificent play.
Corner kick coming up for Spring Mills. Zeke Briggs plays it in. Good ball to the penalty spot. Isaiah Briggs gets ahead on it. Looked like it hit his own player, though. Another chance for Spring Mills. Swing and a miss. Ball starting to pop out. Hurricane clears the danger. Big chance for Spring Mills there.
Shot absolutely hit his teammate right in the stomach.
So Briggs to Briggs on that corner kick nearly produces the first goal of this game. Turned away, though, and Hurricanes going the other way. It's number 35 on the ball, Zayden Ambrose.
Big shot blocked by the Spring Mills defender there.
Deflected back out. Hurricane will reset back to Ambrose. Plays the ball into the middle for 21, Jack Willis. Willis leading scorer on this team, looking to get loose, open the scoring here. Shot comes in from outside the penalty area. It's Harris Coulter with the left foot. No trouble
Number 4,
for Jace Bennett.
With that shot for the Redskins, Jace Bennett with the save for the Cardinals.
Number 2 Hurricane, number 3 Spring Mills tied 0-0 here in the first half. We've had not quite 10 minutes go by. Both teams with chances early. Nobody able to capitalize quite yet. Little shoving, shoulder-to-shoulder stuff. Maybe went a little too far there. You saw the arm extend out from the body. They'll call that every time.
Absolutely. This has been a physical game here from the beginning. I think that both teams are trying to impose themselves in the midfield here, and that's created a lot of contact. And we're going to have to see if teams are going to be able to deal with that, and if we're going to see some cards later and how that affects the game.
Hurricane with a free kick from midfield, drills it right into the one defender who was up for Spring Mills. Ball finds Briggs over on that far sideline. It's touched out, though. It'll be a throw-in for White. Spring Mills with the ball. Ryland Hawkinsmith on the ball. He passes to number 14. That's John Park. Park back to Hawkinsmith. Hawkinsmith wants to send it long to the other side. Cut out, though. Hurricane going the other way. Looks like Hurricane will get a free kick there. There's maybe some extracurriculars with the players getting into each other's bodies on that challenge. And Hurricane 18-1-2 coming into this game. Spring Mills 13-0-3, no losses. Just one loss between the two teams. As that deep ball played in, Bennett maybe mishandled that one a little bit. Came out off of his line, looked like he was going to try to grab it. I don't know if it deflected or just he decided at the last second that he wasn't going to be able to get it, but he just sort of hit it with his forearms, but no problem as he collects the next challenge and quickly redistributes out to Zeke Briggs. Hurricane seemingly content right now to play the ball back and try to pick out the long pass over the top using that team speed we talked about to get in behind the defenders. No luck yet, but I have a feeling we have certainly not seen the last of that tactic. As when you have that much speed on the outside, you've got to try to take advantage of it, and that's one way to do it. Play it over the top and test those back defenders, see if they can keep up with your guys.
Absolutely. If you win the ball in the midfield and, immediately upon the turnover, try to find somebody in a dangerous position going forward, and maybe you can catch somebody with a 3v2, 4v2 kind of advantage and create some really, really dangerous chances.
Hurricane still on the front foot here. Ball goes into the middle. That's Gum. Gum's going to try to go around the defender. He does. He gets to his right. He gets dumped. Whistle comes out. Hurricane's going to have a direct free kick in a dangerous spot about 30 yards out from the goal.
The referee is giving him a talking to.
Well, we're starting to see things get a little chippy here as you see the Hurricane player on the replay just get dumped to the ground there. Arms extended from the defender. It's number 7 for Hurricane, Jack Abewa. Looks like he'll take this with his left foot. Certainly close enough to think about shooting from here. And he does. He tries to go far post, but hard to beat the big man Bennett at the back there as he gets a paw to it, saves that one, quickly redistributes, and Spring Mills is on the run the other way. Maybe a little too much on that one as it gets played up ahead. Hurricane goalkeeper collects it. Grayson Maddox in the back for the Redskins. Maddox puts his foot through it. Ball out to midfield. Bounces a few times before coming down to Spring Mills, but Hurricane quick to take the ball back. So that's number 4, Harris Coulter. Trying to switch fields, intercepted by Zeke Briggs.
You saw he read that and recovered beautifully to cut that out, that long cross.
Referee nearly takes a tumble on that one, manages to stay out of harm's way. Spring Mills trying to get going. A lot of pushing, shoving, grabbing, pulling going on right now. This has been, at least early, the most physical game we've seen so far today.
Absolutely. And, I think that, we've already seen one talking to from the ref, and I have a feeling this game is going to have some cards in it.
26 minutes to go here in the first half. Hurricanes 0, Spring Mills 0. Class AAA Boys High School Soccer State Semifinal. Ball played in. Hurricane able to defend well. No real challenge from Spring Mills there, but ball gets flicked back in. Nearly got to Isaiah Briggs. Hurricane able at the last minute to come over and clean that one up, though. Here goes Coulter again through the middle. Ball booted out of his way. Starting to see Spring Mills really focus on getting the ball up to Briggs, or at least attempting to. Briggs, the versatile kind of player, though, he's not locked into a central role or a left role or a right role. He's good enough and he's fast enough to make up for it, to get back and forth. So you've seen him sort of go on adventures over on that far sideline. You've seen him come to the near sideline. They reset. He goes in the middle. Corner kick really probably should have been a goal, if not for the deflection off of his own player. Spring Mills going to get another long free kick here, played into the box. Nearly gets a flick onto it. That's number 15. That's Christian Park.
Great last-ditch defending by, I believe that was number 18, Logan Flora, to get to the ground and block that shot.
Yeah, Park had his sights set on goal. It'll deflect out for another corner kick, though. Zeke Briggs over to take it.
To build off what you were talking about earlier, I think that Isaiah Briggs moving around so much so that the Hurricane defense can't key on him and double team him, bracket him.
Zeke Briggs plays the ball in. Bouncing ball near the top of the box. Put over the net. Number 8, David Huglet. Nearly getting the Cardinals on the board. That was a nice opportunity there. And really not. I mean, I know it went out over the bar. Didn't touch the frame, but not a bad chance, though. Not a bad effort either. It was close.
Yeah, it was a great volley. Had a lot of dip on it. You
Yeah,
saw
it's
it.
one of
As
those
soon as
things-
it went over the bar, it dropped 3 feet.
Yeah, one of those ones. It's like, oh, man, if I was 3 steps back. The trainers come out to take a look at Christian Park. Park didn't see what happened to him there, but they have halted play as Isaiah Briggs helps him off the field. Looks like he's holding a hip, left hip maybe. Taking a knock there. And those are painful. Getting hit right on that hip bone. Ooh, that'll send a bolt of lightning down your leg. Briggs back onto the field after helping his teammate. Looks like we'll get going here in just a second. Cameron Reinhard enters the match in place of the injured player Park. 24 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the first half. Big boot out of the back by Maddox for Hurricane gets us going again. Briggs and Abewa battling through the midfield. That's going to be a fun one to watch tonight. Ball booted, looking to play over the top. Spring Mills able to get there. Nice play by the Cardinals to get there. And it's not quite able to get that one under control. If they had a 2-on-1 situation just outside the penalty area. We've mentioned last-ditch defending. Hurricane has done well at it so far, but you begin to worry about how much last-ditch defending that you're having to do at some point.
Absolutely. Right there, it looked like he didn't notice that there were 2 Spring Mills players closing him down, and one was able to get around him as he was trying to shepherd it out of bounds. It created a very, very dangerous section or spot.
Another long, big goal kick from Grayson Maddox. Hurricane with the ball now. Into the middle. That's Coulter, number 4. Coulter plays square to Abewa. Looks long.
Great pass.
2 great passes.
Oh.
Some poor communication at the back. Goalkeeper looked like he was calling off his defenders. Defender stepped in front of him. Crisis averted for the time being. Still pressure coming from Hurricane. Abewa tries to play the ball over the top far side. That's number 42 putting the ball in. Deflects off of his own player and out of bounds. That was number 42, Landon Stonestreet, on that far side trying to play it in. It looked like a number 9 maybe, Gabe Bueno. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was trying to get a deflection or something there, and it caught a little too much of him and went straight back out.
Absolutely. You know, that first pass where he played, Abewa played it a little bit over and behind right into Stonestreet's feet, and he was able to play a great hard pass across the 6-yard box who the center forward just wasn't able to deflect into the goal.
Ball out of bounds far side. It'll be a throw in for Spring Mills. Score still 0-0 here. First half of this boys AAA state semifinal game. Chance now. Spring Mills getting numbers forward in the box. Shot on net, but the outside of the net. Corner kick coming up is the indication. Must have taken a deflection in there somewhere, but Spring Mills on the attack again. And we've seen some open play throughout the day here, Chris, but it seems like these teams are starting to settle into like an up and down track meet type of game right now. Just up one side, down the other. Both teams having chances, both teams pressing forward. It's been fun.
Absolutely. You know, this is open soccer like this is, you know, what I really enjoy watching, attacking soccer. Nobody's packing it in. You know, everybody's going for the win right here.
Corner kick chance for Spring Mills, defended well by Hurricane, and we're starting to see some heads, some arms clash. This game is getting chippy right now. So Spring Mills players comes away from a shoulder-to-shoulder confrontation, holding his face. And the yellow card issued for number 22 now against Spring Mills. You said we might see some cards. That's Rylan Hawkinsmith. He gets the first one. I believe he might have had some words for the officials after his teammate took a shot in the chops.
Rodriguez into the match for the Cardinals.
Looked like maybe the power of replay got caught by his own team.
By his own teammate.
It looked like that was Hawkinsmith, the player that was given the yellow card. At the collision here on the near sideline, looks like he might have clipped his own player a little bit and then went and sought a little revenge against the other team for something he did. But, such is life sometimes. We play on. Still 0-0 here. Hawkinsmith now with a yellow card, though. Playing on a caution the rest of the way for Spring Mills. Isaiah Briggs with the ball now. He gets challenged from behind. Nice tackle. No, it wasn't either. Referee didn't like it. Looked like he got all ball from here, but the way Briggs sort of buckled on that, perhaps he did catch a little bit of the player. Referee had a better view. They will call the foul. It'll be another free kick situation. This one about midway up the half. Straight on, maybe a little bit off to the right. It'll be Zeke Briggs, the senior, older brother of Isaiah Briggs, over the ball to take the kick. Long curving ball in, defended by Abewa. Gets ahead to it. Spring Mills tries to play it back in, but quickly booted out by Hurricane. Hurricane putting the press on that Spring Mills defense. Spring Mills able to get it out, though. And up the field. It's out of bounds now for a throw-in. Referee's going to slow that one down. Spring Mills has some sub they would like to get on. Number 3, Hunter Tabler. He's going on for David Huglet. Huglet, the player that may or may not have caught the friendly fire elbow a few minutes ago.
I think that just watching the tempo and the pace that this game's been played at, that, bench players might take a great shot.
Sidney Crockett with a chance there, rips it with the right foot, diving and making sure the ball goes out of play, though. The Hurricane goalkeeper, Grayson Maddox, it'll be a goal kick for the Redskins.
But with the tempo and pace of play of this game so up and down, that I think that, bench players are going to play a significant role in whether or not a team's able to continue at this level, or if they're going to sub people in and we're going to start seeing some mistakes because they're just not the quality of the first team players.
Hurricane moving forward now. Ball played into the middle. That's number 21, Jack Willis. Defended well, though. Handled and started to move out. Flag goes up on the far side, indicating a foul. It'll be against Spring Mills.
Direct kick.
Hurricane was trying to throw it in. Referee says, no. Put the ball down. We're going to kick it in. Or he's not. Don't see that very often. They called a foul and then had a throw in afterwards.
Yeah, that was a little awkward looking from the refereeing crew there.
Or maybe the ball went out over there. That's why he was waving the whistle, but it sure seemed to indicate that it was a foul, but ultimately not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. You see the large military planes flying overhead here. It's not an uncommon sight here at Klein Field. Of course, Chris and I both from the Charleston area. You see that up there quite a bit too. So another stoppage on the field here, so it'll be a free kick for Hurricane. Just on the line here near the center circle on their side of the field attacking. Hurricane going to play the ball in. That's got a chance to be dangerous, but sails wide and skips over the defense. It'll go out of bounds for a goal kick. I believe that was number 8, Cole Jackson.
It looked like he maybe took that free kick a little bit before the rest of his team was ready and set, and nobody really reacted to that ball that was to a very dangerous spot.
Obewa back on the ball. He's trying to get forward unsuccessfully. Spring Mills trying to get the ball to Briggs. Briggs on the far side. One-on-one to the defender. He beats him, goes around him with ease, tries to play it in. Deflected, keeps it in, makes another pass into the middle. Didn't get all of it, though, and that one quickly swept out and kicked up the field by Hurricane. Throw in now for Spring Mills, getting the ball into the middle of the field. That's the senior Zeke Briggs. He turns and plays a square ball. Quickly deflected, though. It's Jack Willis trying to get up the field. Jack's the leading scorer for this Hurricane team, 19 goals this season, to go with 7 assists. There's Willis on the ball again, working to his left from the right. Zeke Briggs comes in and puts a foot in, wins that challenge. He's going forward. He's playing it long. He's trying to find his brother, not quite able to get there. Ball falls for Spring Mills. As the Cardinals just keep trying to play that ball in, keep trying to do it, being persistent. So far unsuccessful, though. Hurricane coming back the other way. That's Harris Coulter, number 4 on the ball.
I think that we've seen from both teams today just some very, very committed defending. Not just trying to be at the right place, but, trying to be at the right place at the right time and going to ground when they have to and putting their body on the line and taking, hard challenges and everything. This has been, really, really well played at the back by both teams. Speaking of great defending, right there.
Nice sliding tackle by Hurricane. Logan Flora, the sophomore, in with the stop.
Winner in the match, For the Redskins, number 33, Jason Ambrose.
Trace and Ambrose in the game now for Spring Mills. Cardinals trying to reach the Class AAA state title game for the second consecutive season. Of course, they fell in that championship game to Greenbrier East last season. It was the first title for the Spartans. Cardinals trying to emulate that, get their first title this season. They'll have to get on the board here first to do it, though. It's still 0-0 between Spring Mills and Hurricane.
For the Redskins.
So we come up right on 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Hurricane sets up for the free kick near midfield. Ball played long and in. Skips up to the goalkeeper, Jace Bennett. Seth Casto's long shot. Not really doing much to challenge the goalkeeper. Big boot there from Bennett, though. A lot of hang time on that one. Zahebwa now looks ahead. He slides the ball over to Coulter. Coulter got clipped a little bit, able to stay up. The ball goes through. Now Hurricane has it again. Looking on that far side, that's number 21, Jack Willis.
Flag is up by the
Flag
line.
does come up, though. It'll be offside. He was open for a reason. He had a step because he was in behind the last defender.
Just a little bit of missed time, maybe a half a step delay on trying to slip him in behind right there, because you actually saw him try to hold up his run slightly, But when you see the attacker holding up when he's making a straight line run like that, you know that he's probably offside.
Here comes the kick from Bennett out of the back for Spring Mills. Looks up, finds the head of Crockett, who tries to flick on. Ball falls to a Hurricane player, then puts it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals.
Entering the match for the Redskins, number 3, Theo Carter. Entering the match for the Cardinals, number 23, Ian Holloway.
Ian Holloway in for Spring Mills. Theo Carter now on the field for the Redskins. Carter, just a freshman. Haven't seen many of those. Really, I don't know if we've seen any in the boys' side today. That was a pretty upperclassman-laden game earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't recall.
A couple of sophomores here and there, but
yeah, GW is definitely junior, senior heavy.
Hurricane bringing in number 3, Theo Carter, though, the 9th grader. Carter occupying that center back spot for the Redskins right now. Forward spot. Trying to get on the end of one. And here he is. He's got a chance. He's just outside the box. Shot blocked, though. There's Ahebwa. Plays near side. Now looking down the sideline, trying to find the feet of number 33, Trayson Ambrose. Ambrose in the corner and out of bounds.
For the Redskins, number 35, Zayden Ambrose. Entering the match for the Cardinals, number 13, Caleb Green.
Caleb Green enters the game for Spring Mills. That's Zayden Ambrose, number 35, who came in for Hurricane. Ball now played into the penalty area. Looked like a hand came up, but does not matter. Jack Willis with the finish. Hurricane's leading scorer this year puts his 20th goal of the season in the net and gives the Redskins a 1-0 lead here with just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Let's take a look at that replay. As the ball comes in, takes a deflection from the right side, just falls to that Hurricane player's foot, Jack Willis, and he has enough time to collect himself and put a nice finish on it. Redskins take the lead 1-0. What'd you see on that one, Chris? What do you think? Looked like that ball took a few deflections and just right place, right time to the worst possible player if you're Spring Mills.
Absolutely. They tried to play a dangerous ball into the midfield, into the middle of the field, and It took deflections off of 2 Spring Mills players, fell right to his feet, and he coolly just beat the keeper at the far post. I mean, it was just magnificent, center forward play. I mean, we talk about it all the time. There's lots of kids, like to score goals, and then there's some kids who love to score goals, and he's one of them.
Hurricane now back on the front foot, trying to make this a 2-0 lead before half, but Ambrose's shot ripped wide out for a goal kick, and the goal comes for Hurricane with just under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. And, Chris, it really felt like something was going to break in this one soon. Either way, both teams have had their chances. We mentioned how open and back and forth it's been. Hurricane able to draw first blood, though, with that goal.
Absolutely. And, a lot of times when a goal is scored in a game like this, it's been up and down. It really starts to change how the game is played. Are we going to see Hurricane, set back and defend a little bit more, or are we going to see him, really go for a second goal and try to, put this game into a lot better position for them to win it, and how does Spring Mills react right here, So I think we're going to, the next few minutes, these next 5 minutes of the game are going to be really important for Spring Mills and for Hurricane for how the game's going to progress on.
Throw in here near sideline for the Redskins. Ambrose flicks up and out of bounds. Came off of the Spring Mills defender, though, as guys in the red uniforms line up to do it again. Another throw in coming up now. Ball played in from the right side. Bennett. Easy chance there for him as he tries to work fast and get that ball out on the far side. And one of the advantages, Chris, to having a goalkeeper that size, it's like having a fulcrum on your shoulder when you want to throw it out. You don't have to exert a whole lot of effort, and you can slingshot that thing. Indirect kick coming up for Spring Mills, just inside their own defensive half. Cardinals play the ball long into the penalty area, but quickly scuttled away by Hurricane and out of bounds. Again, back near midfield on the near sideline.
Winner in the match for the Cardinals, number 22, Ryland Hawkinsmith.
Hawkinsmith back in the game after taking a little break following his yellow card that he received. So Hawkinsmith playing on a yellow right now. Hurricane, though, leading 1-0. That's Coulter, number 4, who's trying to find Ambrose down this near sideline. Unsuccessfully, though. And the ball's going out of play over the end line. It'll be a goal kick.
Winner in the match for the Redskins, number 9, Gabe Bueno.
Carter, the freshman, out now for Hurricane. Gabe Bueno back in. Just under 4 minutes to play now. Here in the first half, Hurricane leads 1-0 against Spring Mills. Jack Willis in the 39th, or excuse me, yes, 30. No, they play 40 minutes. It would have been the 29th minute. The 31st minute. I can't do math. They don't have them. The high school clocks here count up instead of down. It's just, or down instead of up. It's.
We can't even see the clock.
No.
By the way.
No. Ball comes in from the right side. Hurricane looking to add to that lead. It's Coulter, plays it in with his right. Looked like he wasn't really sure if he wanted to shoot or pass on that one. And,
yeah,
well, when that happens, oftentimes, as it just did, you end up not doing either.
It's neither. Right.
Game 4 here of our Class AAA quadruple header today. It's been a long day of soccer, but a lot of good soccer on display here from both the girls this morning and the boys so far here this afternoon and this evening.
Some magnificent players making big-time plays today. Some great team soccer. And, I think that we've seen in this game, we've seen some up and down the field with some great individual defending, making this a really, really great game to watch for a neutral observer like us.
Long ball played in from Casto. Hurricane trying to make something happen, trying to get a turn down in the far corner, poked away. Hawkinsmith got a foot to it, and he'll go out for a corner. Number 9, Gabe Bueno, standing over the ball on the far corner. He'll play it in with his right foot, trying to come near post. That one quickly booted back out. Coulter trying to keep the ball in this half of the field for Hurricane. Successfully does. Hurricane getting back into the penalty box now, but quickly swept up and going the other way for Spring Mills. Now the ball finds Isaiah Briggs. That's a name we have not called in quite a while. Hurricane doing a fantastic job limiting what that player, one of the best players in the state, who, as we mentioned in the pregame, has spent time with the under-17 national team in camps before. So he comes with a reputation of being one of, if not the most talented player inside the boundaries of West Virginia. But Hurricane, so far tonight, really doing a good job of limiting what he's been able to do.
Pretty much every time you see him get the ball, you can find number 7 for Hurricane, Jackson Oweibwe, right in his pocket. He's been matched up with him. You can see right now, he is playing right in front of the center backs, bracketing, Briggs to make sure that it's hard for Spring Mills to find the ball to him.
Zeke Briggs now making his run through the middle. Spring Mills plays up to the far sideline. Ball over the touchline and out of bounds. It'd be a throw in for the Cardinals. Coming up on just 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Jack Willis scoring his 20th goal of the season. Perhaps none of them bigger in the grand scheme of things than the one he put in. About 9 minutes to go here in the first half to give Hurricane the lead against Spring Mills in the state semifinals. But Spring Mills not content to sit on that. They're making a run down the far side. Big shot from Zeke Briggs. He took the pass from his brother in the center of the field and laced one. Great save by the Hurricane goalkeeper, Grayson Maddoxo. It'll go out of bounds for a goal kick. And as we've talked about, Chris, Hurricane has played very well here today, but Spring Mills has the players, has the individual talent. If you blink, they can hit back fast. It nearly did there.
Absolutely. Great hard shot high at the near post. Tried to beat the keeper.
Oh, nearly an own goal there as Briggs' corner kick came in and came off of a Hurricane player's head. I did not see who, and caused some problems for the goalkeeper, Maddox, back there, but ultimately able to keep it out of the net. But dicey couple of seconds there at the back for Hurricane.
He's been asked to make some big plays here in the last minute.
Coulter looking to switch fields up. Finds a man down on that far side. That's number 42 for Hurricane, Landon Stonestreet, trying to make something happen. Sophomore with quick feet, unable to do so, though, but they'll reset and come back out and go to the other side. Ambrose plays a ball in. It gets all the way through several players. Looked like a few chances for Hurricane to put that one away. Just couldn't quite get a touch to it. And now here comes Briggs. He's at midfield, and he gets dragged down from behind. He's not happy about it. It's a yellow card.
The Cardinals.
Number 10, Peyton Gum, receiving the booking there. And I think that's fair both ways. If I was him, I probably wouldn't want that guy running by me either. I'm going to grab onto the jersey, and you just kind of accept your fate at that point that you're probably going to get a yellow card for that one.
That was a very smart yellow card. I mean, Isaiah Briggs running full speed at your center backs, one-on-one. Like, that's not something that you want to see happen coming out
No.
of the midfield right there. You know, as you talked about in the last game, that's a professional foul.
Uh-huh. Long ball played in, trying to find Briggs again. That ball skips, hits that turf, and bounces.
10, 9, 8.
As we close in on the final few seconds here of the first half.
5, 4.
Looks like both teams will be content to just take it to the locker room as is. And as it is, Hurricane leads Spring Mills 1-0 at halftime. And this is the second of your two Class AAA West Virginia Boys High School Soccer State Tournament games here in Beckley today on Video Productions. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break. We'll get you the second half action when we're back.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. 18,250 days of fueling and feeding. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. The managers who open early and close late. The cashiers who always have a smile. The bakers, sandwich artists, and cooks who keep our cravings at bay. The maintenance crew who work hard to fix problems as they arise. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Choosing health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
For me, part-time service in the West Virginia Army National Guard looks like this. As a construction engineer, I'm moving earth, building roads, and working with a great team to accomplish our mission. My service trained me how to operate heavy construction equipment, and those skills have opened up doors to a great career here at home. See how part-time service can help you build your future. Go to nationalguard.com/WV to find out more.
It starts with dedication, taking skill to artistry. It's not just a job, it's a career. But building a future isn't easy. The Jumpstart Savings Program is here to help. The first of its kind in the nation, it features state tax advantages and other incentives. Now you can save for certain certifications, equipment, and business startup costs. Trade professionals are the future of West Virginia's workforce. Start saving for that future now. Learn more at wvjumpstart.com.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. 18,250 days of fueling and feeding. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. The managers who open early and close late. The cashiers who always have a smile. The bakers, sandwich artists, and cooks who keep our cravings at bay. The maintenance crew who work hard to fix problems as they arise. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Choosing health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Beckley Klein Soccer Stadium at the YMCA Soccer Complex here, host of the West Virginia High School Soccer State Tournament. Class AAA boys here on this field, second of 2 semifinals at half. Hurricane leads Spring Mills 1-0. Hurricane looking to get through to Saturday's final and another rematch against conference rival George Washington. Last time they met, it was a draw in regulation. Goes to penalty kicks in the MSAC title game. Hurricane takes the title on kicks there. One of the few losses for George Washington this year. No. As it stands now, that will be the matchup on Saturday. 40 minutes to play, though, for Spring Mills to try to change that and get back to the Cardinals' second consecutive state championship game.
You know, Tom, I think the first half of this game here was probably our most competitive, highest tempo first half we've seen out of any of the games, any of the AAA boys or girls games today.
Yeah, some good soccer going on here, but as you said, perhaps the most competitive 40 minutes that we've seen coming between these two teams. Hurricane with the chance now. Jack Willis, the goal scorer, puts one on net. Jace Bennett there to handle it, though. Quick rollout here to the near side. That's Ian Holloway. Holloway looking to move it up the channel here on the near side. Unsuccessfully, though. Ball played in. What a save. Wow. Jace Bennett just plucked that one out of the air. Ambrose in clear on goal. Bennett well off of his line, probably 16 yards from the goal line there. All Ambrose needed was just a touch, a flick to get that one past him. Not only did Bennett keep it out, but he got his hands on it. He held that ball. That's a tough save. That's one of the best ones I've seen today.
Yeah, that was a great play, great aggressive attack of the ball played over the top. You know, he's made a couple great saves today. Saved one out of the top corner early in the game. That one, you know, just some great goalkeeper play all day today, really.
Yes, he's been tough to beat today. Hurricane fortunate to have the goal that they did, but Jack Willis, leading goal scorer for this Hurricane team. If anyone was going to do it, it was probably going to be Jack. Coulter steps on the ball, loses possession. Briggs gets it, but Hurricane Putting lots of people behind the ball now. Wouldn't quite say they're parking the bus. They're getting people forward when the opportunity presents itself, but not taking any chances at the back either. Now Hebwa, as we mentioned in the first half, attached to Briggs like glue for most of that first 40 minutes, not allowing him much room to operate.
Yeah, Hurricane has definitely came out all game and looks to be trying to bracket Briggs with a Hebwa playing in front of him, trying to cut out balls to his feet, and then a center back over his top, in behind to keep him from playing him in over the top. It's worked. We've seen, Briggs be, for sections of the game basically made to disappear. They haven't allowed the ball to be played to him at all.
Great ball down this far sideline. That's Ambrose out there. He will one touch into the middle. Ball falls to Willis. Willis unable to corral that one. Danger not over for Spring Mills. Now the Cardinals get the ball out, trying to look long. That's Briggs. Briggs turns. He turns on the Jets. Man, that guy's fast. He's going to get a shot off with his right foot directly into the defender's backside, though. Nice defending there. You mentioned that bracket. They're really running two people at him at most times. Foul now coming against Spring Mills. It'll be a kick for Hurricane. It's the Hurricane player, number 0, that stopped that ball, Seth Casto. Took the shot from Briggs off the backside there. He
had some venom on it, too.
Yeah, he was rubbing it a little bit. He might have some stitch marks on that hip when he goes home to get cleaned up later. Interesting dynamic to this year's state tournament, not present in previous ones, is the day off between games. In the past, you might see teams like a Hurricane. Maybe they'd stay the night if they advance and get into the next game, and you got to figure if it were to be Spring Mills, if they were to come back, they probably would. I can't see a trip back to the Eastern Panhandle just for a day, but interesting to see how the teams that go through handle the layoff. Not something anyone's had to deal with in the past here. Nice touch there. Ball played back into the middle. Gum with a touch off to the side. It's Coulter. Coulter looks back to Gum. Willis now plays it over the top. Trayson Ambrose, number 33.
Out for a corner kick.
Unable to bring it in. But as you said, off of a player in a white uniform and over for a corner kick. Hurricane sending Landon Stonestreet, the sophomore, over to take it. Hurricane lining up most of its players up here along the 18-yard box. We'll see how they break. Ball comes in near post.
Oh.
Ambrose gets a foot to it. Nice set piece there by Hurricane. Just not quite able to put it on target as that one flips over the crossbar. Nearly doubling their lead, though, on that attempt. That was close.
It was a great set piece. You can tell that they had worked on that one. They had players shielding off the goalkeeper. Started out 3 guys at the far post and ran all of them at the near post where they played a curling ball at him. Great play.
Now, you get down here to Beckley. It's the state tournament. It's the Final Four. It's the best of the best. It shouldn't be as surprising to me as it is every year, the level of play, but especially the set pieces. These teams all seem to have some tricks in the bag, and they're pretty good at executing them, even with the high level of opposition here. So just another case of that. So we've seen several goals come off the set pieces today. That foul by Zeke Briggs on Hurricane. It'll be a kick for Red here right in front of the broadcast location, right at midfield. Ball played in. Nice ball in there, but unable to find a teammate. It was Casto. Ball bounces around. Bennett eventually gets his hands on it. Bennett quick to restart out to the far side. That's Crockett. Sidney Crockett turns inside, gets it on his right foot. He keeps coming. He's still got the ball. Zeke Briggs is running free. Didn't see him. Tried to go to Isaiah Briggs, though. Crockett had it. Zeke Briggs making an overlapping run, just didn't see him until it was too late.
And you saw who was there.
Yes.
In his pocket.
Goal kick.
Out of bounds. Last touch by a Hurricane player. It'll be a goal kick for Spring Mills. Bennett plays his kick up and flicked on. It's Rylan Hawkinsmith sitting on a yellow card right now. One yellow card for each team. Peyton Gum also has one. Here comes Briggs, though. Plays the ball in the middle. Deflects back off a Hurricane player. Back to Briggs. Briggs with the left foot into the side net. Nearly pulling even in this one.
For the Cardinals.
And that ball took a deflection on its way into the side net. It will be a corner kick here. Another dangerous situation for the Hurricane defense. Spring Mills trying to draw even in this one. 32 minutes to go here in the Class AAA Boys State Semifinal.
It was just a great piece of individual play by Briggs, winning the ball in the corner and creating all that.
Ball comes in high, punched away. Referee with a whistle.
Direct kick.
Looks like it'll be a kick for Hurricane. Not sure what the call was, but it was against Spring Mills.
Looks like it. The AR called it as going out of bounds and then curling back in.
Hurricane goal scorer Jack Willis comes off. Catch a little break. Here comes Hurricane up through the middle. That's Ambrose. Looking to play long for Stone Street. Stone Street with the left foot. Whips a shot in, looking for that near post top corner. Didn't miss by much, but out of bounds for another goal kick. .50 balls in the middle. Whistle comes, though. A little too aggressive by Hurricane on that one. It'll be a kick for Spring Mills. Spring Mills will start pushing people up. They're going to have Bennett take this kick. Probably with good reason as he plays the long ball into the box. Comes off Crockett's chest. Ball now played across the middle looking for Isaiah Briggs. Yes, on the far side. Not quite able to get there. Hurricane puts the ball back out to midfield, but Spring Mills will keep possession and go at it again. Coming down the far sideline, that's Briggs. He turns inside to his left, dribbles through two players, runs through another. Now takes the deflection. And wow, that ball deflected right to the goalkeeper. But after Isaiah Briggs dribbled two people and really just kind of bulldozed his way through the third, he's been impressive to watch so far. But if you're him, you maybe start to feel frustrated at running and trying and just not able to come up with anything so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Hurricane has came out with a game plan on how to deal with him and make sure that it's the Spring Mills is going to have to beat them with somebody else.
Yes.
You know, and we keep talking about it, but Ahibwa has just done a great job of denying him when he's been in the middle of the field. And, currently we haven't really seen Spring Mills come with a plan B that's worked.
Nice defensive play there. Number 18, Logan Flora on the far side for Hurricane, diving to poke that one out. Ball falls in the middle, though, to Crockett. Crockett to Briggs. Isaiah Briggs back to Crockett. Crockett looking for Zeke Briggs. This ball sort of not really hit solidly there, but Spring Mills possession again, and that ball played into the middle, not really with a player targeted, trying to put the ball into a particular area. There just weren't any white jerseys there. That ball goes long through the defense. pressure applied by John Park, but no real danger there for the Hurricane goalkeeper, Grayson Maddox. Not sure what's going on here. Did he have to come? They stopped the game because he went down. Okay, yes, number 5, Landon Stanley, a sophomore for this Spring Mills team, coming off.
Looks like he has some blood.
Yeah, it looked like he took a little knock there.
Yeah, it looks like
they're going to clean him up.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of that going on today. We talked earlier about how this turf can just pull that skin off you and cause these issues where you're having to come out of the game for bleeding. But we've seen some kids take some soccer balls to the face. We've seen some inadvertent elbows, just stuff like that. Nothing dirty. Just it's been a very physical, very intense state tournament. It's the state tournament. It's supposed to be.
Absolutely. You know, I don't think we've seen anything that was
No.
out of sorts or out of kind today.
No.
We've seen some good, solid physical play.
And sometimes these things happen when you play like that, you know?
Happen. Yeah.
Hurricane looking to go forward here, increase the lead. Played back by the defense to the keeper, Bennett. Bennett plays out. Some potentially dangerous moments there for the Cardinals at the back, but able to get that out. It's John Landsberger, number 1. Hurricane briefly repossessed the ball, but put out for a throw-in. So Redskins will take the throw on the far sideline. Into the middle for Coulter. Coulter will play all the way back. Hurricane into the middle for Abewa. Foul called on the far sideline. Referee will stop play. He's going to go talk to the player on the far sideline there. Not sure what's going on. It's we've got a glass window in front of us. So you can hear a little bit of what's going on out there, but you're not hearing the chirping and what's being said between these guys. It seems like the referee's trying to do a good job of keeping this one under control. Nothing crazy happening yet, but this has been, I want to say, the most intense and certainly the most physical of the games that we've seen today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This one has been played at a much higher tempo than any of the earlier games also.
Nice ball into the back there. Bennett comes out. Step outside of his penalty area, able to play that one with his feet. But
dude, he's impressive back there. I mean, he's made some great saves. He's so confident with the ball at his feet. He's not worried about, playing with the opponent around him.
Well, that is the game today. You have guys over the last 15, 20 years, David De Gea, Manuel Neuer, some of the best goalkeepers in the world have really revolutionized the position by playing it differently than it had ever been played before. Goalkeepers weren't thought of as being able to have that talent, have that skill in their feet to be able to play the ball out confidently. But you've seen guys, like I mentioned, De Gea, Manuel Neuer, some of these other fantastic keepers around the world right now really becoming more of a threat in that aspect. And when that happens at the top of the game, eventually you see it start to trickle down. And really, Jace Bennett in that mold here today.
Yeah, absolutely. When you try to play, in a way that's not just kicking the ball down the field as far as you can, you need your keeper to be confident with their feet.
Leading the match.
Some subs coming in now.
Jackson Willis and number 33, Trayson Ambrose.
Trayson Ambrose, one of the captains for this Hurricane team, and Jack Willis, the leading scorer, scored the goal here today, back on the field. Looks like when it is Spring Mills' turn to make subs, Caleb Green, the senior, number 13, will be coming on. Zeke Briggs plays off. Ball comes back across the middle. That's Sidney Crockett. Crockett will go all the way back out to the far side. Number 18, Cameron Reinhard. Ball into the middle, defended well, put out of bounds by Hurricane. Nearly put out of bounds by Hurricane, I should say. Looks like a Spring Mills player got there and just couldn't quite control it, and it rolls out. It'll be a Hurricane throw-in. Starting to come up on the halfway point of this second 40-minute period here in Beckley. Hurricane, number 2 seed in this Class AAA tournament, leads Spring Mills 1-0. Jack Willis scored a goal for the Redskins, his 20th of the season. Put that one in with about 9 minutes to go in the first half. And there have been no shortage of chances on both ends, but both of these goalkeepers having pretty good days. Hurricane just able to get the one past Bennett, though, and that is the difference right now. Ball out of bounds.
Winner in the match for the Cardinals, number 13, Caleb Green.
Caleb Green, as mentioned, into the game now. He'll replace David Huglet, the junior. Another whistle on the play. Looks like this one will go the other way. It'll be a Hurricane kick. 22:44 to go here now. Casto sets up for the free kick at midfield on the far sideline. Plays a high arcing ball nearly into the penalty area. Coulter gets onto the end of it after it bangs around a little bit, but his shot well off target. Not sure if it deflected, but the referee says no, that'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick for the Cardinals.
Wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt when the ball misses by that much that maybe it deflected, but referee was not having it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that if that was supposed to be a shot or if he just got caught up with the defender that was near him there.
Possible. Hurricane winning possession back in midfield. Harris Coulter, the sophomore, plays the ball up and over the top. Bennett gets there before Ambrose, though.
Indirect kick for the Cardinals.
Puts the ball back into the play here near side. Ian Holloway, the defender, played very well down that right side of the defense. He moves the ball up into the midfield, and Zeke Briggs loses control of it, but out of bounds off of a Hurricane player. Now Isaiah Briggs has it. We talked about how versatile he is. We've seen him all over the field. Now he's back on this side. So a guy that, if Spring Mills is going to have some success tonight, you would think probably going to have a say in it if it goes down that way. He's been close several times, knocking on the door, just hasn't quite been able to put that last touch on it and finish one yet.
Absolutely. You know, him having a say in it might not be him actually scoring a goal, but with how much attention he's getting from Hurricane, him finding a free runner, finding an open player in a dangerous position, something like that is what's probably going to happen because as I think everybody watching the game is noticing, there's always 2, sometimes 3 players near him when he gets on the ball.
As this gets late, this lead remains at just 1 goal. Your Hurricane, you'll do whatever you can to protect it late, and if you're a Hurricane fan, perhaps you worry that you overcommit to Briggs at some point because that's not a guy you want to beat. But here comes his older brother, Zeke. Zeke, the senior, plays the ball outside of the foot down to John Park. Park, near sideline. Played into the defender. That was number 7, Jackson Ahebwa. And I do apologize. We're going to see how many different ways we can pronounce Jackson's name tonight. I promise we're trying to get it right. He's been fantastic. Just no pronunciation guide on the Hurricane roster tonight, so we're flying blind. We're trying, guys.
Yeah, we apologize.
Wonderful player, though. Been a joy watching him tonight.
Absolutely. We apologize if we've butchered his name, which I'm sure we have several times.
I've said it a couple different ways, but
you know, some of the teams were great and provided pronunciation guides. Just Hurricane did not today, so we just
and it's one of those things. Until someone is actually asked, maybe you don't think to do it, and I don't know that anybody asked.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So no harm, no foul, but just a preemptive apology. Sometimes we pronounce the names wrong.
Yeah. Sometimes we also get the numbers wrong.
Sometimes the jerseys are hard to read, but
as the comment sections let us know.
That was hours ago now. I've already forgotten about that one. We're on to the next one. Chance here for Hurricane is Ahebwa will place the ball down. Looked like maybe he would take it for a second, but it will be Casto. Casto's had the big boot. He's been playing those long balls in from the midfield tonight, particularly these dead balls. Here's another one. That one played in right to the penalty spot. Ahebwa got his head onto it, but not much power behind it as Bennett makes another save.
The shot for the Redskins, number 7, Jackson Ahebwa, save for the Cardinals by Jace Bennett.
Hurricane player on the deck. That was Jack Willis, the goal scorer. Hurricane fans wanted a foul. They won't get it. Here comes Briggs the other way. Briggs with a nice little touch to chip over the top, looking for his brother. Not quite able to find him. Now Isaiah Briggs plays it near side here for Holloway. Ball out of bounds.
Winning the match for the Redskins, number 35, Zayden Ambrose.
Zayden Ambrose in for Hurricane.
For the Cardinals, number 5, Landon Stanley, and number 19, Ryan McCoy.
Stanley and McCorley in the game now for Spring Mills. Throw in here near side for the Cardinals. So a long throw down the sideline trying to find Zeke Briggs. Briggs plays it over a defender and into the penalty area, but shuffled out by Casto, and then Briggs caught a piece of Ahebwa. Whistle comes. It'll be a kick for Hurricane. Coming up on just 17 minutes to play here. So Spring Mills certainly not dead yet, but as we get into this second half of the second half, time kind of starts becoming a factor. Maybe you feel you get a little tight.
Yeah. This Spring Mills start to commit more players getting forward. Ooh.
Big deflection there. Dangerous looking play. Jack Willis took a ball off of the face, and it looked like he was out before he hit the ground. Nasty looking scene there.
Absolutely.
Jack Willis laid out on the turf here. The trainers come to look at him.
Yeah,
We'll have a stop in play. 16:43. We'll take a quick break here on Video Productions while the trainers attend to the injured player. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
For me, part-time service in the West Virginia Army National Guard looks like this. As a construction engineer, I'm moving earth, building roads, and working with a great team to accomplish our mission. My service trained me how to operate heavy construction equipment, and those skills have opened up doors to a great career here at home. See how part-time service can help you build your future. Go to NationalGuard.com/WV to find out more.
It starts with dedication, taking skill to artistry. It's not just a job, it's a career. But building a future isn't easy. The Jumpstart Savings Program is here to help. The first of its kind in the nation, it features state tax advantages and other incentives. Now you can save for certain certifications, equipment, and business.
Welcome back. Video Productions presentation of the 2023 Class AAA West Virginia Boys High School Soccer State Tournament. A scary moment on the field a few minutes ago as Jack Willis from Hurricane got hit in the face with the ball and appeared to, if not lose consciousness, come close to it, but he was quickly helped up and off the field and being attended to by the trainers. But got to think, with dangerous situation like that, probably the last we've seen of Jack Willis this evening. Just under 17 minutes to play here. Willis scored the only goal in this game as Hurricane leads 1-0 on Spring Mills' spot in Saturday's state championship game against 7-time state champion George Washington on the line here tonight. Corner kick coming now for Spring Mills.
No, there was a foul.
Oh, it was a foul?
Yeah. Briggs earned a foul there. And
that's just the line of sight. I didn't see what happened. So Briggs earned a foul. It'll be a free kick for Zeke Briggs.
So for those that wonder what's going on.
Header in, nearly put in. Wow, what a save.
What a save.
Didn't see who got the head to that, but that was desperation stuff from the Hurricane goalkeeper, Grayson Maddox, and it keeps his team ahead here in the state semifinals. What a save.
That was just, that positioning was perfect right there.
Save for the Redskins by Maddox.
Hurricane intercepts near midfield. That's Coulter looking to play up to one of the Ambrose brothers. 33. That's Trayson Ambrose, the older, the senior. His brother Zayden, a junior. Both of them big contributors here for this Hurricane team so far. Isaiah Briggs looks to break. Spring Mills trying to play it in from the outside, finds Zeke Briggs, kind of the point man at the top right now. Unable to do so. Hurricane trying to get going the other way. We got a pile of bodies. Looked like guys clashed into each other. Play on, says the ref. No foul there. Good call, in my opinion. Didn't look like anything outside the rules. Just two players who ran into each other. Spring Mills works it around. They'll switch the fields. Here's Holloway. Holloway with the left foot looking long. He's trying to find Zeke Briggs down there. Zeke Briggs has some wheels, but there was some mustard on that pass. It would have taken a lot more room. Maybe if he had another 50 yards, he could have caught up there.
Absolutely. It looks like Spring Mills has maybe changed their formation up a little bit. They've definitely moved Isaiah Briggs from center forward back into the midfield. Looks like they flip-flopped him and his brother. And probably trying to get him on the ball more here as the game winds down.
Yeah, it becomes somewhat of a conundrum in times like these when maybe your best or most talented overall player is also your center forward. Mm-hmm. You want them up there for that ability to finish him and put balls in the net and put goals on the scoreboard. But if you can't get the ball, you can't do much with it. So sometimes you have to drop them back in a little more central role so they can, as you said, get on the ball more, become more involved in the game, become a playmaker rather instead of the point man.
Absolutely. You know, we just talked about that a few minutes ago. You know, his contribution, if Spring Mills is able to come back and tie this game up, might not be scoring a goal, but creating a goal for somebody else.
Step over, tried to go around. Nice play by Gum there. Didn't fall for the step over. Stayed true and cleared that one out. Peyton Gum, defensive midfielder in the central area for Hurricane, really having a very good game, almost sort of quietly, but he's been the guy at the front of that defensive line who's kind of quarterbacked things for them a little bit and really been good in that middle part of the pitch tonight, up and down the field. Good game from Peyton Gum so far.
Yeah, I mean, coming from a sophomore in a game like this too. I mean, he's been putting on a show.
Yeah, a lot of sophomores on this Hurricane roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just on the roster, but a lot of sophomores on the field for Hurricane at times. So, a young team, but showing a little bit of their talent, a little bit of that steel.
Speaking of another sophomores, right here at Stone Street.
This was a Hurricane team, of course, that came down here to the state tournament last year and lost out in the semifinals. Ball goes out of play. Throw in for Spring Mills. Long throw, trying to get into the box. Not quite able to find a receiver for it, though. It's a Hebwa. Jockeys for position there and plays it long. Spring Mills will just head it back to Bennett. Bennett works quick to roll it out to Holloway. And careful with that. Nearly rolled it into the back of his own player, but gets away with it that time. Holloway, big left foot, looking down the near sideline. Trying to find Zeke Briggs. Unable to, though. Throw in coming up. Long throw. Finds Crockett. Crockett chest down to Zeke Briggs. Briggs unable to fully control that one. Looks like maybe an offside call came there as play stops, and it'll be a kick for Hurricane. Coming up on 10 minutes to play here. Hurricane Redskins looking to make the boys soccer state championship game for just the second time. They were champions in 2017. Check that. Two-time state champion. I missed one looking down the list. They won one in 2012. I knew that didn't sound right as I had written it down and reading it out. So looking to make the state championship game for the third time and hoping to keep that perfect record in the title game intact. 2012 and 2017 championships coming for this Hurricane team. This ball goes out of play on the far side. Subs coming in, and here comes Jack Willis back into the game. Theo Carter also joins him. Carter, the freshman. We talk about all the sophomores on this team. Not a lot of ninth graders that get a lot of run at this level, at this stage of the season. Spring Mills has an injured player they're trying to get off the field.
Caleb Green.
Yes, number 13, Caleb Green, a senior. Limping over to the sideline. Looks like he took a knock maybe on that left foot. Ball played centrally. Knocked out by Holloway, who's really been good here in this second half. Ball comes back out to Holloway. He's going to look up, try to play the ball centrally. He finds Isaac Briggs. Briggs, a couple touches, then off to Crockett. Crockett looking deep in for Zeke Briggs. He's got him. Zeke Briggs going to have to cut it back. Going to have to beat a defender. He does both. He plays the ball into the middle. Save by Maddox, but not out of danger yet. Ball pops up. It's going to come back out. Spring Mills still has possession. They'll come out and try it again. Trying to chip into the middle. Unable to find a teammate, though. Spring Mills plays it back in yet again, and Hurricane just clears that one out, and it'll pop up and come out of bounds. "1-0 your score here. Hurricane leading. Got their goal from Jack Willis. About 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Neither team able to find the net here in this half, but a highly competitive, highly entertaining game so far. Zeke Briggs on the ball. Cuts back, tries to play it across. That ball is up in the air. Lots of red shirts under it. Hurricane's still not quite able to control the ball. Neither team able to control the ball. Lots of ball coming off of the head. That's 3-4 headers in a row. Ball falls right in front of several Spring Mills players. And, oh, wow, that was close. Very fortunate for Hurricane not to be sitting in a tied game right now as Sloppy job of clearing the ball, as you can see here on the replay. Falls right in front of several Spring Mills players. They get a foot to it. Ball deflects out of bounds, though, and near disaster here late for Hurricane. It's the Redskins 8 minutes from a return trip to the Class AAA state championship game. As we mentioned, it'll be their first trip there since 2017, but corner kick coming up for the Cardinals as they try to equalize this game late, provide some late drama in the final game of the night. Ball played in near post, put right back out of bounds.
No messing around with that one.
No. As mentioned, this is the final game of either session here in Beckley today. Short corner coming up. Well defended by Hurricane. Spring Mills plays the ball into the box. We've got a foul, though, away from the ball, behind the play. Hurricane player is down. He's quickly back up. Looks like one of the Ambrose brothers. But as I was saying, this being final game of either session, we've wrapped things up across the way for AAA this evening. Philip Barber, a 1-0 winner over Point Pleasant in the girls' semifinals. So we'll have Philip Barber versus Charleston Catholic on Saturday there. Point Pleasant did get into the finals in the boys' side, though. They'll take one at Charleston Catholic in the championship. AAA girls' finals is going to be Parkersburg South and Morgantown here on Saturday, and the winner of this game will face George Washington for the big school title on the boys' side. Hurricane player being helped off now. We'll be going again here in just a moment. Trying to get a number on that. I believe it's 33. I believe it was one of the Ambroses. Trayson Ambrose, the senior. Spring Mills now trying to get the ball out of their half of the field. Time certainly a factor now, but it just takes one if you're the Cardinals. Sidney Crockett making a long run. Perhaps got a little greedy there, got that ball touched away, but Spring Mills retains possession eventually. Here comes Isaiah Briggs, and it's Gum again in the middle, able to gum things up a little bit for Spring Mills' chances there.
I think we've missed that one all game. That's been right there.
I've just been waiting for the right time, man. Waiting for the right time. Good distribution out to the outside there by the Spring Mills goalie, Jace Bennett. Chance here for the Cardinal, easily gathered by Maddox at the back for Hurricane. 6 minutes to go here in Beckley.
Little classic time wasting here.
Oh, yeah.
Put the ball on the ground and make them walk up.
Oh, yeah. Spring Mills unable to control that one when it comes down. Neither was Hurricane. Eventually, the Redskins do settle the ball. Jack Willis steps over. Defended well, though. Ball poked away. Spring Mills trying to just launch the ball down the field to one of these on-running attacking players. They've been working hard the whole game, really, but especially this half, the last 10 minutes or so. And late stages of this game, you look at a guy like Zeke Briggs, who's been running pretty much since the whistle blew almost 2 hours ago, and you got to wonder about fatigue setting in at this point because you're starting to see what, from up here, looks like maybe some tired legs on the Spring Mills side.
Absolutely. You know, where they've played so many balls in behind to the same few players, they've made tons of sprints, tons of recovery runs to get back.
Another chance for Spring Mills. Holloway flicks that one on and in nearly into the goal, but goalkeeper for Hurricane, Grayson Maddox, there again.
Positioning has been impeccable tonight. The out save, the save on the deflection earlier, the one on the corner kick, just great work.
And we've talked about the superstar players all over the field for both of these sides. But really, my takeaway right now is perhaps the two, not best players, but the two best performances I've seen tonight, the goalkeeper from each team. They've been fantastic.
Both of them have been fantastic. They've definitely kept the score at 1-0.
Holloway busting it to try to get there. Not sure if he kept it in or not. Flag comes up, out of bounds.
Leading the match for the Redskins, number 9, Gabe Bueno.
One thing you may notice, Chris, it might not be as obvious on the broadcast, but where we're sitting here, directly above where the scoreboard is, and you're starting to see those players in the white uniforms looking over here. The time is on their mind right now. They know that there is not much left if they want to keep this season alive.
Absolutely. You know, for both teams right now, this is when you just cannot afford a mistake. If Spring Mills makes a mistake in the back, game's put away, 2-0. Hurricane can't afford a mistake right now. Sloppy turnover, sloppy pass, because Spring Mills can get right back in this game off of one mistake, especially with the speed and attacking prowess that they have on display.
Deep ball played in, trying to find Isaiah Briggs. Unable to, though, but now, nearly got to that one. Ball back out to midfield. It'll be a throw-in. Spring Mills working fast, coming up on 3 minutes to go here. 180 seconds remain in this one. Hurricane leading Spring Mills 1-0. Winner gets a date with George Washington, the number 1 team in the state, on Saturday. For Hurricane, as we mentioned, it'll be a rematch. The Redskins actually took the MSAC title in their game against George Washington just a few weeks ago. Game went to penalty kicks, and Hurricane won on the spot kicks. For Spring Mills, a chance, if they were able to equalize and get through to Saturday, to erase some of the bad memories of last year's state championship game where they fell to Greenbrier East. Briggs trying to turn and flick and play on to his brother Zeke, or maybe find Sidney Crockett there, unable to do so. Another ball in, looking for Zeke Briggs deep. And gosh, I bet Zeke Briggs has made 50 runs down the right side of the field tonight.
Yeah, his running today is measured in miles.
Both Briggs now on the right side, trying to get possession of the ball and play it in, but poked out by Hurricane. And Grayson Maddox telling his defenders to push up, trying to work that trap. Theo Carter, the freshman, with the ball now. He gets his legs taken out from under him. That's going to be a yellow.
Direct kick for the Cardinals.
Deserved yellow. And how about Theo Carter, the freshman, coming in late in this game with the results still in doubt and looking confident on the ball, going at players, able to take that foul there, get up, shrug it off, and keep moving. That's poise and maturity you don't see in many freshmen at this level.
No, absolutely.
Not at this time of the game, with these stakes at least.
Crunch time, the coaching staff has trusted a freshman to make plays to win the game. I mean, it speaks highly of his future.
It'll be a free kick for Hurricane here. Coulter will just play it down the side. Another whistle.
Indirect kick
Must have been offside.
for the Cardinals.
Hurricane trying to waste a little time. Spring Mills trying to make it go. Get the ball back in play. 1:18 on our clock here. Redskins lead 1-0. Jack Willis's goal with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Our only score so far.
Corner kick.
Ball out of bounds for a corner kick. Spring Mills with another chance here late. 60 seconds to go. Could be the last one, and you're starting to see Spring Mills throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at him. Jace Bennett, the big goalkeeper, moving up. As we mentioned how tall he was, just guessing that he might be 6'5". I don't know if he actually is, but he's going to use every inch of that frame on this corner kick, to try to equalize this game for his squad. Waiting for the subs to come off before we get back into play here. There's the whistle. Here comes the kick. Ball played in, deflected to the far side. Several white jerseys there. Shot on, deflected off of the line. Not sure if that was a Spring Mills player or a Hurricane player. Played off of the line, though. Big boot out of the back.
By Shibwa, who's been everywhere.
Everywhere. 40 seconds to go here. Spring Mills. How many times can you get that close? Just last gasp defending by the Redskins all night long in those situations, and they have come out on the right side of it every time so far.
You know, early in the game, we talked about it. We said there was very committed defending. Everybody has been willing to put their body on the line all day.
Yeah, and I believe they answered our question when they said, you know, it's one thing to do that early. Well, here's another chance for Spring Mills. Ball deflects out and for a corner. As we said early in the game, you know, it's one thing to do that the first 10, 15 minutes of the game, but can you do it throughout? Hurricane able to as this corner kick comes in at the last second. That's going to go away. And there goes the whistle. That's going to be the final. Hurricane wins. Hurricane Redskins 1-0. A win over Spring Mills here in the Class AAA Boys Soccer State Tournament semifinals. Hurricane will play George Washington on Saturday, a rematch of this year's MSAC championship game, won on penalty kicks by the Redskins. It'll be their third appearance in the title game. They have never lost a state championship game in boys soccer that they've played. They'll try to put that streak to the test. It's had 1-0 win here. This was a hard-fought game. Chris, I know you and I have both been getting messages throughout this from people just saying, wow, this game's fun. This has been the best game we've seen all day. And I don't want to take anything away from the other teams we've seen because we've seen some great soccer. This was the most entertaining game that we saw all day long.
Absolutely. This was played high intensity from the opening kickoff with high-quality players up and down the field, open play, attacking soccer. Joy to watch. Can't wait for the games on Saturday. Can't wait.
Jack Willis, the leading goal scorer for this Hurricane team, number 21, 19 goals coming into the game. He got his 20th, and it was the difference. So Hurricane takes the win here, 1-0 against Spring Mills. I'm Tom Bragg for Chris Kessel, Robbie Mounts, Butch Mounts, the whole crew at Video Productions. We want to thank you for tuning in, and be sure to come back out Saturday as we have all the action from the West Virginia High School Soccer State Tournament. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
For me, part-time service in the West Virginia Army National Guard looks like this. As a construction engineer, I'm moving earth, building roads, and working with a great team to accomplish our mission. My service trained me how to operate heavy construction equipment, and those skills have opened up doors to a great career here at home. See how part-time service can help you build your future. Go to nationalguard.com/WV to find out more.
It starts with dedication, taking skill to artistry. It's not just a job, it's a career. But building a future isn't easy. The Jumpstart Savings Program is here to help. The first of its kind in the nation, it features state tax advantages and other incentives. Now you can save for certain certifications, equipment, and business startup costs. Trade professionals are the future of West Virginia's workforce. Start saving for that future now. Learn more at wvjumpstart.com.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.